Good afternoon, and welcome to the Board of County Commissioners meeting May 22nd, 2018. And we're going to, I'll do the introductions first. I'm Vice Chair John Hutchings, and to my right is Bud. He's normally to my left, and this was normally my right. To my left is Gary Edwards, Commissioner, and Chairman of the Board. Bud Blake has an excused absence today. And to my right is Clerk of the Board, La Bonita Bomar. To her right is Romero Chavez, the County Manager, and to his right is Robin Campbell, the Assistant County Manager and Finance Director. So with that, I'm going to ask Commissioner Edwards to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And could I get Carrie Hibdom to come forward and lead us, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary, yes. All right. I'm looking for an approval of today's agenda.
I would approve today's agenda.
You move, though?
And I would move on for today's agenda of Tuesday, May 22nd, 2018.
Second the motion. It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Looks like we have an agenda. Unanimous. How about a motion for the board meeting minutes of May 15?
I would approve. I would move to approve the board meetings from May 15th, 2018.
And I
the board
second.
minutes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. Now we're on to the fun part, presentations. And the first one we're going to do, as you can tell by the sea of orange and one yellow, which is a safety color, is a presentation for Public Works. And we'll have Jennifer Walker come up. Is Jennifer here?
I am. We're actually going to have Tim.
There we go. Oh, that's right, Tim. There we go.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Today we celebrate National Public Works Week. This year's theme is the power of public works, and it's a well-chosen theme because the services that the men and women of the Public Works team provide for the community are both subtly, profoundly powerful. The everyday service of managing our trash, providing safe drinking water, and protecting our natural resources are powerful activities that keep our community healthy and safe. Yet their seamless integration into our daily lives means they are often invisible. This is the subtle power of public works. On the other hand, the big things that we do, constructing bridges, repairing roads, and providing parks and trails, show the profound power we have in building and maintaining our community's infrastructure. Both subtle and profound, our services drive our economy and make Thurston County a vibrant community that ensures the health, safety, and well-being for generations of people to live, work, and play. I've mentioned a few of the services that the Public Works team provides, but let's watch our director, Jennifer Walker, further illustrate how we make a difference in the lives of our citizens every day.
Have you ever seen construction crews rebuilding a road, visited a local park, or thrown away garbage? Your tax dollars pay for these services, but who provides them? In Thurston County, it's the Public Works Department. Hi, I'm Jennifer Walker, the Director of Public Works, and I'm here to show you how every day hundreds of thousands of people like you rely on us. We plan and construct improved roads and sidewalks to help accommodate our expanding community and get you where you need to go. We maintain our roads and drainage systems to extend their life, prevent flooding, and protect the safety of drivers and pedestrians. We provide clean drinking water for our customers and sewage treatment for a cleaner, healthier environment. We ensure our community has well-kept, vibrant parks and trails to use. Our parks serve as protected open spaces so future generations can enjoy the beauty of our natural surroundings. We manage and remove noxious and nuisance weeds to protect our economy and water quality and environmental resources. We are responsible for the collection and processing of garbage and recycling, as well as providing tools for waste reduction. And we work with developers and property owners to ensure new infrastructure is built to last. Public Works serves Thurston County with innovations and solutions to improve the quality of life we enjoy. We are always thinking about you and future generations, always working to sustain our communities, protect our natural resources, and enhance our economy. We make a difference in your life every day.
And with that, the Public Works team would like to thank the Board of County Commissioners for your support. In recognition of National Public Works Week, we would like to present to you these customized Public Works shirts that our staff use in the field. They symbolize the hard work that the men and women of Public Works provide for the citizens of Thurston County on a daily basis.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is wonderful. You have something to say?
Jim, on behalf of, well, I can't speak for the board at this particular point in time, but I know I've heard this before many times. And I can tell you that your jobs are oftentimes taken for granted, and you don't really realize how much you're appreciated until you hit that pothole, or you don't have water, or the power's out, or, you know, something doesn't work that we take for granted. And I have to say, you folks are really underappreciated in what you do every day. So I just want you to make sure, for those that aren't in attendance, that you take that message back. And I think I mentioned something like that to Jennifer this morning, and I hope you will all get the message about how important each and every one of you are to this integral government service that you provide.
Thank you, and we will certainly pass that on.
Thank you very much.
Did you say in your presentation, did you use the words subtle power?
I think I did say that.
I don't think I've heard that together, subtle power, and I like that, the subtle power of Public Works. And I asked Jennifer this morning how many phone calls she receives daily, or even weekly, or monthly, from people in the community saying, hey, thank you just very much. I want to let you know I got to work safely, got to school safely, water's running fine, sewer's not a problem with nothing, everything's just going great. Hey, thank you for fixing that pothole, versus how many people complain about whatever. And I'm sure it's pretty lopsided, but she did assure us that you do receive a fair amount of accolades from the community. And I just want to echo what Commissioner Edwards said. You are greatly appreciated for all the work that you do out there throughout the entire county in every kind of condition and climate, and people not observing the slow down and the slow signs as you're working out there on the roads. Very dangerous, but I thank you very much. Jennifer, thank you very much as well.
If I may, Commissioner.
Yes, sir.
What I call all of you is the unsung heroes. Because every day that you go out and do your job, do your business, you don't put out fires, you don't arrest individuals, but you work behind the scenes to make sure we'll have good roads, water's flowing, and sewer is disposed properly. We don't see where the garbage goes, but you take care of that. So I know firsthand as to how important your role is in providing services to the citizens of Thurston County. From a humble perspective, I stand proud before you and say thank you for what you do on a daily basis.
So with that, there is a proclamation to read for National Public. Where are you going? Come back. And Jennifer, step up, please, for National Public Works Week. And Commissioner Edwards will read that.
Whereas, for over 50 years, the fourth week in May has been designated as National Public Works Week. And whereas Public Works infrastructure, facilities, and services are of vital importance to the health, safety, and well-being of the citizens of Thurston County, and whereas such facilities and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of public employees from all levels of government who design, build, operate, and maintain the transportation, water supply, sewage, refuse disposal, systems and facilities essential to serve the people of this county. And whereas it is in the public interest for all citizens of this county to gain knowledge of and to display a progressive interest in the public works needs and programs of their respective communities. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Thurston County Board of County Commissioners, that's just all three of us actually, proclaims the week of May 20th to 26th, 2018 as National Public Works Week. Adopted this 22nd day of May 2018, signed by your Board of County Commissioners, along with Bud Blake, who's not here, who happens to be on the county business, and that's why he's not here.
Right. There you go. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. We got a photo up now and a
Picture, come
presentation
on, all
of
of
the
you,
proclamation.
front.
Yep.
Now I got to make it look like I'm going to work, so I have my vest on and my hat. I don't know how we're going to do this. Right here, huh? Go ahead, get up there. Jump up there. Do it. Do it. We'll all be in the picture that way.
You guys can tell people the back, short people in front, as best as you can.
Hey, jump up there. Yeah, come on. Huh?
Go up with the guys. Go up with the guys.
Come on, get up there.
Yeah.
Short people.
Yeah, go up on the dais. That will do. Yeah, go around. Right.
Come on, fill in back there.
Well, you got good knees. All right. Thank you guys. Okay, 1, 2, cheese. I'm taking lots of these so that one of them has everyone's eyes open in it.
You can do it at the same time, Brian.
All right, cool. We're going to take the best one. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And some of you vets, can you stay behind,
Hey,
please?
that was a good spot.
Some of the
Just right.
veterans.
You look better up there than I do, I can tell you.
Veteran. In here.
Please stay behind.
Hey, you guys can't leave just yet.
Veterans, stay.
Well, hey, we've got a veterans thing. Maybe you better tell them with the mic or something so they know that.
So if you're a veteran, we'd like you to stay for the next presentation, please.
Hey, Carrie,
All veterans,
Hey.
please stay.
would you tell anybody that's a veteran we need to have them stay because
Please
we've
stay,
got
some of the
something else?
veterans.
But everybody can stay.
Yeah.
We'd just like to have
Yeah.
some of the veterans stay. Anybody that's a veteran of the armed services.
None.
No, they must have
Two,
some veterans. Huh?
3, 4. Okay, good.
Sit down, Brian. Yeah, good. Good job.
Brian's going to be representing the veterans as well. I know he's.
And any veterans within the public? You are. Please have a seat. You can join us on the celebration as well, Jack. No, you'll be part of it.
Jack, you a veteran?
Good,
Well,
okay.
heck, maybe you better do this.
All right, there we go. And Jennifer, thank you very much for the shirt. I can use this when I'm going to and from the market in the parking lot. People aim at me now. I think it'll be easier for them. Further proclamation, it's National Military Appreciation Month. And can't say enough about the veterans, and I've said this before. Veterans have never turned their back on me, and I will never turn my back on a veteran. And if you haven't seen the movie, my wife and I watched the movie 12 Strong last night. What a great movie. Great movie, 12 Strong. Just came out on demand. But it's a wonderful movie. So with that, you have a proclamation. Commissioner Edwards, please. And for that, that's why we have the veterans staying. We'll have you come up also.
And
to
do
receive a
another picture.
proclamation, do another
Yeah.
photo.
But I want to take just a moment to say thank you to all the veterans. Besides this proclamation, we actually would not be here if it wasn't for veterans that in most cases came before you. But I often say, and doesn't always make everybody happy, but we'd be speaking probably German or Japanese if it hadn't been for our veterans that made the ultimate sacrifice, and their families in World War II. So with that, I won't National Military Appreciation Month. Whereas the freedom and security that citizens of the United States enjoy today are direct results of the bloodshed and continued vigilance given by the United States Armed Forces over the history of our great nation. And whereas the sacrifices that such members of the United States Armed Forces and of the family members that supported them have preserved the liberties that we have enriched this nation, making it unique in the world community. And whereas the United States Congress in 2004 passed a resolution proclaiming May as National Military Appreciation Month, calling for all Americans to remember those who gave their lives in defense of freedom and to honor the men and women of all our armed services who have served and are now serving our country, together with their families. And whereas the months of May and June were selected for this display of patriotism because during these months we celebrate Victory in Europe, known as VE Day, Military Spouse Day, Loyalty Day, Armed Forces Day, or week, National Day of Prayer, Memorial Day, Navy Day, Army Day, and Flag Day. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Thurston County Commissioners hereby proclaims May 1st through June 14th, 2018 as a special time to show appreciation for our military and proclaim it as National Military Appreciation Month and a half. Anyway, this is signed today, May 22nd, 2018, by your Board of County Commissioners. And we truly do appreciate all of our veterans and their service to this country. I want to thank you very much. Come on up.
But wait, before you come up,
Jack.
would like County Manager Romero would like to say something.
Coming from a different country and seeing the difference as to how democracy works. We may not have a perfect democracy, but we have the best democracy in the world. And I believe that is due to the sacrifice that all of you did, all of those before you, and perhaps all of those after you. And from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say thank you, because without you, we wouldn't be here.
Very true.
And 12 Strong, that movie is about the 12 Special Forces guys that did horseback, first into Afghanistan right after, it was October of 2011. So it's still pertinent, very, very moving, very touching. So please, veterans, come on up.
Jack, come on.
Thank
come
you
on.
very much.
For a picture. Please come. Please come. Come up.
Come on, Jack, you don't have to. Get in here. You get up here with us old guys. Yeah. Thank you. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for your service. Thank you. And, yeah, thank you.
You say Ann?
No, I'll just let it go. I could go on forever, you know that.
Could you?
We're trying to have a short meeting. We've got another function coming up this afternoon.
All right, this takes us to, I love doing those presentations. I really do, they're fun. This takes us to the number one on our agenda, the opportunity for the public to address the board. And I have a list here of one person. Well, and I'll see if anybody else wants to come in and or address the board. You have 3 minutes to do it, and there's a timer up on the board. And at the end of 3 minutes, it'll ding like your microwave does, and it won't cut you off if you're midstream on finishing a thought. However, a lot of people don't realize when it's public comment time, that's just the opportunity for the public to come and address the Board of County Commissioners over an issue that's important to them. But it is not the forum for us to ask questions, engage in dialogue or debate or discussion, philosophical or otherwise. People just address the board, and staff takes notes, we take notes, and then county manager, whomever, might follow up next week with information regarding that. So a lot of people...
Yeah. Can I go?
Sir.
So I went to the gambling equity. I don't understand how my family and I can live on Thurston County and not have a state of Washington Constitution apply. There is no contract between County of Thurston and I. Prohibition of cannabis is over in December 2012. Who will indemnify me if I was damaged? I can't find a bond of the prosecutor for damage. Why would I consent to a contract to an agency that has no bond? What they have everything to gain from me and have nothing to lose. This is a one-sided contract, and I do not consent to it.
With the respected offices as to how you need to address your issue.
So I should go to each office to...
Yeah, you may have probably, I think you mentioned a number case?
Yeah.
So you need to follow up based on that case.
Yeah, but I made a public request to all the offices.
So I'm not here to argue. I'm just telling you.
I'm not here to argue too.
I'm just telling you the Board of County Commissioners do not have any oversight on the offices that you described.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely elected officials.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Commissioners.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else wanting to address the board? Anyone? Anyone? Seeing none, we're going to move on then. Number 2 of the agenda, County Manager's Update.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioners. I have a couple of updates for you, and I'm going to check my phone because the first update, I just came across a social media post from the American Lung Association, and it states, fact of the week, do you know that Thurston County has very clean air? The American Lung Association gave Thurston County an A ranking in ozone air quality. Thurston County has had 0 orange, red, or purple rated ozone days since 2013. And that is a good piece of information that we do breathe fresh and good quality air here in Thurston County.
Good. That's very good.
And secondly, I'd just like to inform the public as to some of the highlights of your previous week. Last week, you had a briefing related from Public Works related to some of the efficiencies the department has implemented in terms of managing the lake management districts, both in Lone Lake and Lawrence Lake. You also received an update related to the comprehensive plan, particularly on the middle lands designation. And that particular decision you're still considering. You have asked the staff with additional information, and your direction will be coming up in the next few days. You also participated on the large meeting with some of the stakeholders here in the county related to the development of the county's strategic plan. There were good feedback presented to you as well as to the team of consultants who was helping us. And the objective is to have this, the final approval by you at the end of June of the Thurston County strategic plan. Great feedback. You also receive a briefing related to the Washington County's risk pool on their annual briefing to you. But for the public's benefit, let me just read you as to what the Washington County's risk pool is all about. This was created by counties, for counties, in 1988, and pursuant the chapters RCW 4862 and 3934, which provides to member counties programs to join self-insurance, joint purchasing of insurance, and joint contracting for or hiring of personnel to provide risk management, claims handling, and administrative services. And that is really what it's all about, the risk pool. And I believe at this point we have 26 counties participating on the risk pool across the state. And that's all I have for you.
Thank you. Comment? On clean air?
Well, I'd just like to comment on your clean air statement that, you know, I really do believe everybody I know wants clean air, clean water, and I think that maybe reflects that here in Thurston County, that we're working maybe exceptionally hard to accomplish those goals. So thank you for those comments.
All right, thank you. Number 3 on the agenda, consent items. Looking for a motion to approve consent items A through E.
Okay. I would make a motion that we approve consent items A through E as listed in today's agenda.
Second that motion. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. Number 4, Public Health and Social Services. Approval of an interlocal agreement with the City of Olympia for specialized recreational services. Margaret Huff. Welcome, Margaret. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Thank you. I am here before you to request that you approve the interlocal agreement with the City of Olympia for Public Health and Social Services, Specialized Recreation, to offer a program for adults with developmental disabilities. This agreement is a 2-year agreement from 2018 to 2020 for an amount of $13,720 per year. We're also further requesting that you authorize the Director of Public Health and Social Services to sign off on this agreement.
Okay, any comments, questions?
Could you just mention really quickly about how you coordinate these activities and kind of, you know, we've got folks out there that are challenged, and you make a difference in their day every day. So I'd like to have you brag about that just a little bit.
I could talk for quite some time, but I'll make it brief.
Okay.
So we at the county have taken on the lead to coordinate activities within the community for the entire community. The cities, the 3 cities do offer facilities, and we sometimes will offer joint programming. And oftentimes the cities will take on clients that are new to the area, express that they have different abilities, they need special accommodations, and are looking for a particular program. The city will turn those clients over to us, and we take them in. And we have roughly 200 clients, average age of 42, and 20% or so are going to come from the City of Olympia, and Thurston County has about 60% of those 200 clients.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do, too.
Thank you.
You make a difference in a lot of lives.
Wonderful thing we do. Thank you.
And how long have we been doing this?
I've been here for about 13 years, and I believe it was started in the mid-90s.
Yeah, that's incredibly important and cool that you're doing this.
Thank you.
Margaret, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
that. And with that, is there a motion?
There is. I would move to approve the City of Olympia interlocal agreement to provide specialized recreation services to individuals with developmental disabilities for the duration of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2020 for a total of $13,720, and authorize the Director of Public Health and Social Services to sign the agreement.
Second that motion. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? No?
No.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. Thank you. Number 4B, set a public hearing for 2018-2022 HUD Consolidated Plan. Gary?
Yes, sir. Thank you very
It
much.
just popped right up there.
Gary Aiden, Public Health and Social Services. The Department of Housing and Urban Development requires that agencies, counties, cities that receive federal money under the Community Development Block Grant Program and the Home Investment Partnership Program create a 5-year consolidated plan. That strategic plan identifies areas that the county would believe they will expend money in over the next 5 years, including things like affordable housing, economic development, public services, that type of activity. HUD requires that we have a 30-day public comment period so that the public can read the plan, look at it, and offer any comments they would like. In total, this year's project will have $2,016,142 identified in 10 different projects in the city of Tumwater and throughout the county. Many of them are affordable housing projects. Our request today is that you would set a public hearing for June 26th to take any public comments. And in addition to that, we have a 30-day public comment period that will begin on May 26th and end on June 26th at the close of the public hearing. So our request today is that you would set a public hearing for June 26th.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to roll.
Anything? Thank you, Gary. Is there a motion?
There is. I would move to set a public hearing for Tuesday, June 26th, 2018, at 3 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter may be heard in room 280, building 1 of the Thurston County Courthouse to receive public comments and review the 2018-2022 HUD Consolidated Plan and the FY 2018 Annual Action Plan.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to set the public hearing. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
That takes us to item number 5 on the agenda, Central Services. Martin Casey, authorized Central Services to negotiate and execute a contract. Let's hear about that.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good afternoon. I'm Martin Casey, your Central Services Director. As you know, the Thurston County Corrections Facility was planned and designed to be built in phases over time as our detention needs changed. Concurrent with ongoing efforts to reduce jail population growth rates, county leaders have also determined to proceed with the next planned phase of expansion of that facility. This project will address current and near-term needs for adult detention space in the county by adding at least 100 high and medium security beds. In addition, we're also looking at adding space for courtroom law and justice functions. The estimated detention expansion will be roughly 20,000 square feet and maybe 5,000 to 6,000 for the courtroom areas. On November 14th, 2017, the Board approved proceeding with 2 related requests for qualifications for design and engineering services. The first was for on-site stormwater system improvements that are needed regardless of whether we expand, and the second is for the expansion design itself. The RFQ is what's for the facility expansion is what we're here for about today. That was advertised on February 16th, 2018 and closed on March 16th, and we received 4 proposals. A review team, including representatives from Thurston County Corrections, from our facilities team, and from Public Works, reviewed all of the proposals. 2 of them met all of the requirements and were advanced to the interview phase. Those were KMD Architects and DLR Group, both of Seattle, Washington. We held interviews on April 20th, and on April 30th, the review panel, the same members, met and discussed the final results of that. After all the scores were tallied, DLR Group was determined to be the apparent successful proposer. Accordingly, we're now seeking your authorization for the Central Services Director to negotiate and execute a contract with DLR Group of Seattle for the design services for the Thurston County Corrections Facility expansion.
Thank you. Questions, comments?
Yes, sir.
This is strictly in the planning phase for this potential building project. Is it?
That's correct. This is the first of several steps from here to follow as we develop design with input from our partners in corrections and in the other law and justice community departments and offices. The process, we'll go through a schematic and then final construction documents phase. But before we would proceed with any actual construction, we would come back before the board to seek authorization to issue what we call a request for proposals or request for bids to hire a firm to do construction. So we're still many months away from that step in the process.
Thank you.
And Martin, I just want to be assured that everybody with an interest in this will have input into it beforehand and during, not after the fact.
Absolutely. Part of our design process and in looking at the design firms is making sure they understood the importance of involving and engaging with the tenants that will be occupying and using the space. And so they know that's an expectation of ours.
I mean, you do professional work anyway, just had to say that.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Martin, for that.
Thank you.
Is there a motion?
There is. I would move to authorize the Central Services Director to negotiate and execute the contract for architectural and engineering services for Project 25 Flex, Thurston County Corrections Facility Flex Unit.
And I second the motion. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And that motion carries. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you.
That moves us to item number 6 of the agenda, the Commissioners and County Manager items. And so I turn to Gary Edwards, Commissioner, and do you have anything you'd like to pass on to what you've done last week?
No, but I'm not going to get into details on everything, and I think I mentioned this last week, but I think it bears mentioning again that in regardless of how you feel about the marijuana law in this state, the state collects $14.8 million in tax from the marijuana operations in Thurston County alone. And they give us $143,000 back to take care of everything that goes along with seeing to it that this happens, whether it be planning, permitting, the courts, everything that goes with it. And I think it's a travesty, and I would like the public to know that oftentimes we don't get adequate resources to do the job that we're expected to do. So feel free to contact me if you want to know more information, and I don't want to take a long period of time on this, but I think it's just a mistake, and I like to point that out once in a while. That's it.
Thank you. Since we met last week was a fun week, although we did some serious work, got some work business done, but it was a fun week because last week was Thurston County Employee Appreciation Week, and we were serving ice cream down at Public Works. And this last week, last Thursday night, I believe it was, at the jail, Commissioner Einat and the county manager were out in the jail serving ice cream to our corrections officers. Attended the Thurston Mason BHO agenda setting and board meeting. Thursday night was the Tumwater Homeless Forum at Tumwater Middle School, and they packed the cafeteria. It was packed with people from all over the county that have a stake in helping homeless, and what are we going to do to strategize and put things together to help those folks. Friday morning, you attended the STEADY meeting. STEADY is the South Thurston Economic Development Initiative, and it rotates from community to community in the South County, and this last Friday morning it was in Bucota. And so all the different chambers and mayors and council people arrived and talk about how to further along economic development in South County. And then on Saturday, I was looking forward to this, there was a plant sale. It was held at Dirt Works out in Yager Park, and it's called the Great Plants at Great Prices sale. The WSU Extension folks were out there and Master Gardeners, and I tell you what, this is an event. It goes all day long Saturday, and it is huge with seedlings and trees and everything in between. And I walked away with an herb basket, all done, and some dahlias. Gave the dahlias away to a friend because I would kill a dahlia, and my wife I know would kill it, and they're delicate. And then that night, Saturday night, we attended Sweet Hall in Rochester for the Sweet Hall coronation, the court, for the young ladies that will be representing Rochester and in the parades and such. And that was fun. Yeah, that was very fun. Those are the highlights of my week, and so now I turn to the county manager for his review.
Thank you again, Commissioners. Let me walk you through your upcoming calendar. This report will be those appointments that at least 2 commissioners are present. You may have individual appointments on your individual calendars. Those will not be part of my report. Just to clarify, I will walk you through the next 2 weeks, considering the Tuesday, May 29th, the Board of County Commissioners Board meeting has been canceled. So beginning today, Tuesday, May 22nd at 3:30 in the afternoon, you will have the opportunity to participate on the Visitors and Convention Bureau, VCB, annual State of the Tourism meeting, which is going to be held at the Grey Wolf Lodge. Tomorrow, Wednesday, May 23rd, 9:30 in the morning, you will have status from the Office of Public Defense briefing. 10:30 tomorrow, May 23rd, you will have hear from Public Works the state of the water and sewer utilities. 11:30 tomorrow, over lunch, you will have an invitation to the Salvation Army Soup, Soap, and Salvation Luncheon fundraiser and awareness event. And that will move us to Thursday, May 24th, which we have another breakfast that is the Foundation for the Future, located in St. Martin's University Marcus Pavilion. Friday, May 25th, at 8 in the morning, you have the Mason County Sheriff's Breakfast, located in the Little Creek Casino. And at 10 in the morning, you have the Thurston County Sheriff's Office Award Ceremony, which is going to be located in this building in room 152. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and you have been invited to participate in many events related to this occasion. On Sunday, May 27, you have an invitation to participate on the Thurston County Veterans Council Waterside Memorial Services, which is going to be located at Percival Landing Park at 217 Thurston Avenue Northwest here in Olympia. On Monday, the county offices will be closed in observance of the Memorial Day holiday, but you have been invited at 10 in the morning on Monday, May 28, to participate on the First Striker Brigade Memorial Day ceremony located on Memorial Park at the Joint Base Lewis McCord. And also at 11, you have also been invited to participate on the Thurston County Veterans Council Memorial Day ceremony located on the Capitol Rotunda at 416 Sid Snyder Avenue Southwest here in Olympia. Again, Tuesday, May 29, the Board of County Commissioners meeting has been canceled. So moving on to Wednesday, May 30th. At 9:30, Commissioner Blake, Commissioner Hutchins will be participating on the Thurston Mesa Behavioral Health Organization, the BHO, a strategic planning session that goes from 9:30 to 12:30 during the day. On Thursday, May 31st, you have a day-long planning session from 8:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon here in this room, where you will have many items to discuss, and I will be posting an agenda with those items 24 hours in advance. And that's it for the next 2 weeks, and the next meeting will be will be June 6th, I believe, where you will come back and look at the agenda for that week. June 5. Thank you. That's all I have for you today.
Thank you, sir. Robin, anything good of the order? Anything further?
Nope, I think we're ready to call it quits and head to the next function at 3 o'clock.
That's up to you. I need a motion. Need a motion.
Okay, I would move that we conclude this meeting today.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.